Welcome back to Wake Up Call, zooming around the world from the biggest little city, Reno, Nevada, on LoadedTV.com. It's a network, it's what we do. And today we're doing something very special. We're in one of the biggest little rib houses in all of Reno. We're at Kinder's, and I'll tell you what, these folks know their ribs. And we're going to find out, you know, I don't think it had anything to do with Adam and Eve, but if it did, somebody benefited from it. I'm with Michelle Davenport, one of the owners of Kinder's. And Michelle, we're going to start with some ribs. And when you start with ribs, you start with what?
Tequila lime rub.
Wow, and you got more than one rub.
We do. We have actually 6 rubs. We have a mild, a hot rub. We have a lemon herb, a tequila lime pepper. We have a blackened seasoning, and then we also have a prime rib seasoning.
See, and the problem is, for me to ask what's in those, they would never leave me. I'd never be able to leave Kinder's. I would be here for the rest of my life. So let's start out. And this is the one we're going to use is?
This is the tequila lime.
All right, we're going to do this right now, and we're going to make these ribs. This is how it all starts, folks. We just go right ahead and pepper them up with those rubs and just pat it in. That's all you need to do. And there's so much wonderful rub out there that anybody can be a great rib chef as long as they pay attention and know it's all about slow cooking. So you can see Michelle's being very generous. Now, what are we going to do now?
Okay, so now we're going to take these and we're going to put them into the smoker. Okay. We smoke our ribs for 3 hours.
And how hot is the smoker?
So we run it at 275 degrees for the 3 hours, and we mainly get them to the point where they're flexible, where they have a nice bendable arch in them, and that's how we know that they're nice and tender and done.
And that's about as far as you need to go. You don't want to overcook them. What happens when you overcook a rib?
You know, they just dry out, and you lose all of that juice that makes your ribs amazing.
And that's something you really want. And the interesting thing, the smoking helps break down the fat, and the fat drips away.
It does, and it makes just a nice juicy outside, and then that rub just adds so much flavor to all of it.
And what kind of ribs are you using?
We're using a St. Louis pork rib.
And that is the best known rib for any competition. And I'll tell you what, after this smoking, you just can't go wrong. And you do this, how many ribs you do usually in a week or so?
We do a lot, a whole lot. Lots of cases of ribs every single week. And that's just for the store, and then we have our catering on top of it.
Absolutely, and now with the summer coming, I'm sure your business really picks up.
Absolutely, that's what we look forward to. The busier, the better.
And you can always call Kinder's on your way home from work and pick them up.
Absolutely, we'll hold them for you, and so that way you make sure when you get here you have some waiting, hot and ready.
And I think we also should mention the fact that they have a whole lot more in the way of a product other than ribs. You have a lot of meats. This is a little meat market, folks, a great old-fashioned meat market.
We do. We have pulled pork, we have prime rib, we have rib eyes, we have smoked chicken quarters. It just goes brisket. We smoke our brisket for 13 hours.
Sausages?
We have 3 different kinds of sausages, and then we also have beef ribs every Thursday that we smoke for 13 hours.
And that is a real treat if you haven't had a smoked beef rib. Notice she said 13 hours, and that's because that really breaks it down nice and tender and delicious. So, like I say, on your way home, just give Kinder's a call. Now, you can buy the meat fresh and cook it yourself.
Absolutely. Everything that we sell on our menu cooked, we also sell raw to the public.
And the only thing I can tell you is I'm too lazy to cook it, so I'd call Kinder's. We'll be back with a dinner date with Brandy right after these important messages here on LoadedTV.com, zooming around the world from Reno, Nevada. We'll be right back after this. I'm Dave Preston, and that's Brandy DeQuinn, and
it's our dinner date with Dave.
What can I say? Here we are.
We're at Kinder's.
I love it. I love it. And we got the goodies. We got the smoked ribs, which we saw, and the ball tip, which is below the tri-tip. You all heard about tri-tip? Well, it's at the bottom, and it's got less fat than a tri-tip, so it's all meat and absolutely juicy because they smoke it. And I'll tell you right now, folks, the secret with any meat, make it really flavorful and juicy, is slow cooking. But we're Americans, we're not that patient.
I'm not that patient, but I'm glad Kinder's is patient for me.
Patient. All right, let's start out with these ribs. Fabulous ribs, smoked. Wonderful lemon tequila rub on them. Just see what you think. And now we got sauces. They have 5 sauces. Now they got an extra hot for me, and they got a mild, and they got a hot. You want either one of those?
That's good plain too.
I know, that's the whole point. That
oh
is
my
the secret.
goodness!
If a good rib is rubbed properly and cooked properly, they're good without any sauce at all. So let me just make sure that Brandy, I wouldn't hate for Brandy to make a mistake. You know, so.
I've been smelling this. It's teasing me right here.
You know, just for argument's sake, I'm going to take some of their hot sauce, which is extra hot.
Okay, let's try that. I'll try some too.
All right.
Are you putting yours on it or on the side?
I'm going to roll it on the side.
Okay.
So there we go. Just like I knew what I was doing.
Extra spicy, yummy.
Yep. So now I'm going to take the other end of the rib and kind of rub it just like that. And then I'm going to come back. By the way,
me too.
Ribs are eaten with the hands. Anybody that does it otherwise, forget about it.
I like the spicy.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Not
boy.
Too bad. Little kick.
Delicious.
I'm going to put more. See, I'm a glutton for punishment. So here we go.
It's so awesome here, you guys. You walk in, it's so relaxed, the atmosphere. There's a little meat market up there. It's like old-fashioned meat market. You can whatever you want. The game's on if you want to watch the game. You want to rock out to some music. It's pretty relaxed, huh, Dave?
Absolutely. And all the meat you see in their counter is the meat they cook. Now, you got to save room for. You should taste the potato salad.
Okay.
Got to have potato salad when you barbecue. So here we go.
Oh my God. I can eat here breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Everything made fresh every day. So very, very, very important. All right, now for the ball
What's
tip.
this?
That is the ball tip.
Okay.
This is barbecued. Looks like it's got a little slaw and some tomato on it, so I'll give you a little piece. Here we go. Cut it down. Hopefully I got it cut through. Now it's going to be, there you go.
Oh boy.
I'm a chef, I'm allowed to do that, so.
Oh, that looks delicious already. I don't even know where to start.
I'm going to do it the wrong way. I just make a mess. That's the hard part. When you cut up a beautiful sandwich, you don't get it. All right, let's see here.
Oh, that is so good.
There it is. All right, now I'm going to
The
get my
tomato
ball tip.
complements it very well.
It does. And here I go with my bite.
I think we should do the show not talking and just eating.
It's the hard part.
I could do that. Dave, what's this?
That is a broccoli bacon salad.
Bacon!
There you go. By the way,
It's delicious.
it's so tender. And that smoke flavor and that coleslaw, really great traditional summertime sandwich. Can't go wrong with this. And boy, there's enough for both Brandy and I.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Very generous. Now here,
Okay.
I see a piece of bacon.
Twist my arm.
There you go. See the piece of bacon?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. What do I do here?
There's your
Just
bacon.
going to scoop it all
Right,
up in there. Look at all
absolutely,
that
there
bacon.
you go. Nothing better, nothing easier to do than a nice salad like this in the summertime. And it looks like there's some, we've got some grapes
Wow.
in there, grapes, and just a whole lot of beautiful.
That's a great summertime salad right there.
You know what? I could almost eat that as a meal.
Me too. Has
I'm
everything in
loving
there.
Tinder's is such a great place. And the great thing is you can call to order. You can do what, you just come down here. They always have stuff prepared and all kinds of meats. And if you want to cook it yourself, I can give you a little hint. If you like fresh bacon, they got an apple with smoked bacon here that is absolutely over the top and delicious. Much more to come. We're having fun.
It's awesome. Check out the atmosphere. Come down and try these awesome ribs. I'll probably be here every day. You can probably see me when you walk in the door.
Much more to come. Stay tuned and stand by. You're watching the Wake Up Call here on LoadedTV.com, zooming around the world from the biggest little city, Reno. We'll be back right after Brandy munches more. Where's my rib? Eve.
We're so good. Eve. Oh my God.